David, it's just a quick hit. Let's get right to it. We have a lot to go over, my friends. Here's where I want to start. There's spoilers leaking from the upcoming season of RHOBH. Look, we have Potomac is starting in October. Salt Lake is starting like now. So we only have, Atlanta is filming, but we're definitely towards the beginning part of filming Atlanta. We're not filming New Jersey. We're not filming New York. Nobody gives a shit. So with Miami and the OC, those will end throughout September and October. We'll have Salt Lake and we will have Potomac. By process of elimination, the next thing to come back is Beverly Hills. Now, Miss Richards, everyone's favorite, and I'm being a little sarcastic because everyone seems to hate her these days. Um, Kyle has said that she thinks the new season will start in December, which, because normally they wrap filming and then it starts 6 months later. I guess that makes sense. That means we have nothing in the Housewives world starting in November. Okay, I guess I believe it. But November, December, Beverly Hills is the next thing to come. I'm very excited about it. Miss Richards has spoken. She said it was a very intense RHOBH cast trip, the one that they just completed to Italy. And she said that it has been years and years since they had a cast trip this intense. Now, Kyle Richards, we all know that you know what you're doing, so I hope you're not leading us down a straight path because when you say intense cast trip and you say Beverly Hills, there's only one thing we think of, my darling. Think of Lisa Rinna smashing that glass again. Poor Kim Richards. She probably still has PTSD. Don't you ever talk about my husband. Don't let it be about the husband. It's about the husband. Kyle Richards runs off. You beast. A beast? Eileen Davidson still has PTSD. Kim has PTSD. So Kyle Richards teases this is the most intense RHOBH cast trip in years. Well, girl, I don't know about that, but those are big shoes to fill. But that's what she says. She says with the newbies, which let's just be honest, that means Miss Rachel Zoe and Miss Amanda Francis, who bought your house. Have her over to the house, Amanda. Let's see Kyle's reaction to her old house. Kyle says we have some great new people who joined the show, which is great. The dynamics have shifted tremendously. So that's interesting and keeping everyone on their toes. And then she says, and I think people are really going to enjoy this season. I hope so, girl. I really, truly hope so. December, which we could have predicted, maybe November, right? But if we're not getting a new Housewives in November, what will start in November on Bravo? What else do we have in the mix? Maybe we'll have a quiet month in November. I don't know what else we have. She said, as far as Mauricio on Potomac, the girls were in Aspen, and Giselle sent her a DM saying, "We just ran into Mo." So I don't think Mo was diddling and daddling with Joselle, Jesus. Giselle, everyone get your minds out of the gutter. And what else is, oh, everyone see this Dorito, Miss Dorito. Some say that Dorito called the paparazzi on herself, but Dorito was coming out of a restaurant just like a day or two ago in Beverly Hills, and the paparazzi stopped her. The British accent, for everyone keeping track, is back. And the paparazzi said, Dorit, what is going on with you and PK? And she said, Dorit and PK, the age-old saga. Well, don't give yourself that much credit, Miss Kemsley. It's not, people are not that invested. But she said, Dorit and PK. The age-old saga. What? That is a very good question, and we take it day by day. And there are good days, and there are bad days, and there are ups, and there are downs. Dorit and PK, isn't that just the saga of the century? Well, not really, but we do see the British accent is back, sweetheart. And the person from TMZ said, "So, who has been, Beverly Hills new season? Kyle just gave us the tea about the cast trip. What can you tell us? Who's been the most supportive?" And she says, Bazoma St. John, without even blinking an eye. Everyone excited for Bose's new show on the 30th of September with Jimmy Fallon. Everyone going to watch this Project Runway style new show. What a horrible, horrible season of Project Runway. Sorry, Christian. Love you. Love you too, Nina and Heidi, but really bad season. So Bose's new show for those of you interested in watching, but who has been the most supportive right away, she says, Bazoma St. John and Rachel Zoe. So she should have said, and that guy that I went to high school with when I didn't have a British accent, David Yontev from Behind the Velvet Rope. Well, he really gets it wrong sometimes because he said Melissa Gorga was 100% not coming back to Beverly Hills, not coming back to New Jersey. And Melissa Gorga was back in New Jersey. And I do believe that because I listened to Behind the Velvet Rope to my friend from high school, David Yontef, and he said that I will be fighting with Rachel Zoe, that Rachel has very deep ties with Kathy and Kyle, which actually is true, guys. And there's no way Rachel would ever turn against Kathy and Kyle, which I still believe that. And Rachel would be so enamored by the fashion of Sutton and Jennifer Tilly because it really is the deep, dark, real fashion. And they're very, really into fashion. They get real high-end items from Dolce and Gabbana, the two friends. So Rachel would be very impressed with them. And Rachel probably does not have a need for someone like myself or Erica Jane because we're not as rich as the other ladies. So that David Yontef predicted that I would be fighting with Rachel Zoe. Well, he was wrong. I was wrong, apparently. They were in the Hamptons, Kyle and Dorit and Rachel. And according to Dorit, besides Bazoma St. John, it is Rachel Zoe. Dorit is loving her life. We have a newbie last season, Bazoma St. John, Bozy Bose. Good friends with Dorit. We have a newbie this season, not, I don't know about Amanda, but another newbie, Rachel Zoe, bonding with Dorit. Well, listen, Kyle is too busy in her personal life. She is literally not a single woman. She is in love with Morgan. She has the kids. Maybe this is Dorit's going through a divorce. Rachel's going through a divorce. Rachel ain't loaded like Sutton or Hilton or Richards or Tilly. Maybe this is like the beautiful friendship. They're around the same age. Rachel's a little older. This is I could see these two, so I guess it makes sense. I was wrong. I was wrong. Rachel and Dorit. Never saw that one coming. Well, then they said, well, who has been the least supportive?